ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य ममवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो नमः। शास्त्रेभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। कृष्णानुग्रहेण परब्रह्मण अनुग्रहेण श्रुतिमातु अनुग्रहेण समस्त ऋषिमुनिदेवतानुग्रहेण उपनिषद पुराण श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणोक्त परब्रह्मानुभवस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अवाप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं समस्त साधक भक्त सेवक उपासक धर्म संस्थापकानां अभिघ्न निवारण समस्त शक्तीनां संपदानां साधनानां अवाप्त्यर्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य नवमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। Friends, today will be our 24th chapter chanting. It's a little bigger one. And this is the last chapter of this skandha. From tomorrow we will be chanting our Ekadasha Skandha Parayanam. So beautiful. Dashama Skandha Parayanam, sorry. In that Krishna Avatara Leela, so beautiful they are. Let us do the last chapter. Om Athanavama Skandha अथ चतुर्विंशोऽध्यायः श्रीशुक उवाच तस्यां विदर्भो जनयत् पुत्रौ नाम्ना कुशक्रथौ तृतीयं रोमपादं च विदर्भकुलनन्दनं रोमपादसुतो बभ्रोः कृतिरजायत उशिकस्तत्सुतस्तस्मात् चेदिश्चैद्यादयो नृप क्रथस्य कुन्तिः पुत्रो भूतु दृष्टिस्तस्याथ निर्वृतिः ततो दशार्हो नाम्नाभूत् तस्य व्योमः सुतस्ततः जीमूतो विकृतिस्तस्य यस्य भीमरथः सुतः ततो नवरथः पुत्रः जातो दशरथस्तत करं विहिषकुनेः पुत्रः देवरातस्तदात्मजः देवक्षत्रस्ततस्तस्य मधुः कुरुवशादनुः पुरुहोत्रस्त्वनोः पुत्रः तस्यायुः सात्वतस्ततः भजमानो भजिर्दिव्यः वृष्णिर्देवावृधोऽन्धकः सात्वतस्य सुताः सप्त महाभोजश्च मारिष भजमानस्य निम्लोचिः किङ्कणो धृष्टिरेव च एकस्याम् आत्मजाः पत्न्याम् अन्यस्यां च त्रयः सुताः शताजिच्च सहस्राजित् अयुताजिदिति प्रभो बभ्रुर्देवावृधसुतः तयोः श्लोकौ पठन्त्यमो यथैव शृणुमो दूरात् सम्पश्यामस्तथान्तिकात् बभ्रुः श्रेष्ठो मनुष्याणां देवैर्देवावृतः समः पुरुषाः पञ्चषष्टिश्च षट्सहस्राणि चाष्ट च ये मृतत्वमनुप्राप्ता बभ्रोर्देवावृधादपि महाभोजोऽपि धर्मात्मा भोजा आसन् तदन्वये वृष्णेः सुमित्रः पुत्रो भूत युधाजिच्च परन्दपा शिनिस्तस्यानमित्रश्च निम्नो भूदनमित्रतः शत्राजितः प्रसेनश्च निम्नस्याप्यासतु सुतौ अनमित्रसुतो योऽन्यः शिनिस्तस्य च सत्यकः युयुधानः सात्यकिर्वै जयस्तस्य कुणिस्तदः युगन्धरो न मित्रस्य वृष्णिः पुत्रो परस्तदः श्वफल्कश्चित्ररथश्च गान्धिन्यां च श्वफल्कतः अक्रूरप्रमुखा आसन् पुत्रा द्वादश विश्रुताः आसङ्गः सारमेयश्च मृदुरो मृदुविद्गिरिः धर्मवृद्धः सुकर्मा च क्षेत्रोपेक्षोरिमर्दनः शत्रुघ्नो गन्धमादश्च प्रतिबाहुश्च द्वादशः तेषां स्वसा सुशीराख्या द्वावक्रूरसुतावपि देववानुपदेवश्च तथा चित्ररथात्मजाः पृथुर्विदूरथाद्याश्च बहवो वृष्णिनन्दनाः कुकुरो भजमानश्च शुचिः कम्बलबर्हिषः कुकुरस्य सुतो वह्निः विलोमातनयस्ततः कपोतरोमा तस्यानुः सखायस्य च तुम्बुरुः अन्धको दुन्दुभिस्तस्मात् हरिद्योतः पुनर्वसुः तस्याहुश्चाहुकी च कन्या चैवाहुकात्मजौ देवकश्चोग्रसेनश्च चत्वारो देवकात्मजाः देववानुपदेवश्च सुदेवो देववर्धनः तेषां स्वसारः सन्तासन् धृतदेवादयो नृप शान्तिदेवोपदेवा च श्रीदेवा देवरक्षिता सहदेवा देवकी च वसुदेव उवाहताः कंसः सुनामान्यग्रोधः कंकः शङ्कुः सुस्तथा राष्ट्रपालोऽथ सृष्टिश्च तुष्टिमान उग्रसेनयः कंसा कंसवती कंका शूरभूराष्ट्रपालिका उग्रसेन दुहितरः वसुदेवानुजस्त्रियः शूरो विदूरथादासीत् भजमानः सुतस्ततः शिनिस्तस्मात् स्वयं भोजः हृदिकस्तत्सुतो मतः देवबाहुः शतधनुः कृतवर्मेति तत्सुताः देवमीढस्य शूरस्य मारीषा नाम पत्न्यभूतो तस्यां स जनयामास दशपुत्रान् कल्मषान् वसुदेवं देवभागं देवश्रवसमानकं सृञ्जयं श्यामकं कङ्कं शमीकं वत्सकं मृकं देवदुन्दुभयोनेदुः आनकाहयस्य जन्मनि वसुदेवं हरेः स्थानं वदन्त्यानकदुन्दुभिं पृथा च श्रुतदेवा च श्रुतकीर्तिः श्रुतश्रवाः राजाधिदेवी चैतेषां भगिन्यः पञ्चकन्यकाः कुन्तेः सख्युः पिता शूरः ह्यपुत्रस्य वृथामदावतो सास दूर्वाससो विद्यां देवहूतिं प्रतोषितातु तस्या वीर्यपरीक्षार्थम् आजुहावरविं शुचिः तथैवोप अगतं देवं वीक्ष्य विस्मितमानसा प्रत्ययार्थं प्रयुक्ता मे याहि देव क्षमस्व मे अमोघं दर्शनं देवी आधित्ये त्वयि चात्मजं योनिर्यथा न दुष्येत कर्ताहं ते सुमध्यमे इति तस्यां स आधाय गर्भं सूर्यो दिवं गतः सद्यः कुमारः संजज्ञे द्वितीय इव भास्करः तं सात्यजन्नदीतो ये कृच्छ्रात् लोकस्य बिभ्यति प्रपितामहमस्तमुवाह तामुवाह पाण्डुर्वै सत्यविक्रमः श्रुतदेवां तु कारुषः वृद्धशर्मा समग्रहीत् यस्यामभूत् दन्तवक्त्रः ऋषिशप्तोदितेः सुतः कैकेयी धृष्टकेतुश्च श्रुतकीर्तिमविन्दता सन्तर्दनादयस्तस्य पञ्चासन् कैकयाः सुताः राजाधिदेव्याम् आवन्त्यौ जयसेनो जनिष्ठः दमघोषश्चेदिराजः श्रुतश्रवसमग्रहीतो शिशुपालः सुतस्तस्याः कथितस्तस्य सम्भवः देवभागस्य कंसायां चित्रकेतुबृहद्बलौ कंसवत्यां देवश्रवसः सुवीर इषुमांस्तथा कंकायाम् आनकाज्जातः सत्यजित् पुरुजित् तथा सृञ्जयो राष्ट्रपाल्यां च वृषदुर्मर्शनादिकान् हरिकेशहिरण्याक्षौ शूरभूम्यां च श्यामकः मिश्रकेश्यामप्सरसि वृकादीन् वत्सकस्तथा तक्षपुष्करशालादीन् दूर्वार्क्ष्यां वृक आदधे सुमित्रार्जुनपालादीन शमीकात्तु सुधामनि कङ्कश्च कर्णिकायां वै वृतधामजयावपि पौरवीरोहिणी भद्रा मदिरारोचना इला देवकी प्रमुखाश्चासन् पत्न्य आनकदुन्दुभेः बलं गदं सारणं च दुर्मदं विपुलं ध्रुवं वसुदेवस्तु रोहिण्यां कृतादीन उदपादयतु सुभद्रो भद्रवाहश्च दुर्मदो भद्र एव च पौरव्यास्तनया हेते भूताद्या द्वादशाभवन् नन्दोपनन्दकृतक शूराद्या मदिरात्मजाः कौसल्या केशिनं त्वेकम् असूतकुलनन्दनं रोचनायाम् अतो जाताः हस्तहेमाङ्गदादयः इलायामुर्वल्कादीन् यदुमुख्यानजीजनतो विपृष्टो धृतदेवायाम् एक आनकदुन्दुभेः शान्तिदेवात्मजा राजन् शमप्रतिश्रुतादयः राजानः कल्पवर्षाद्या उपदेवासुतादश वसुहंस सुब्रवंशाद्याः श्रीदेवायास्तु षट्सुताः देवरक्षितया लब्धा नवचात्रगदादयः वसुदेवः सुतानष्टानु अष्टौ आददे सह देवया पुरुविश्रुतमुख्यांस्तु साक्षाद्धर्मो वसूनिवा वसुदेवस्तु देवक्याम् अष्टपुत्रानजीजनतो कीर्तिमन्तं सुषेणं च भद्रसेनमुदारधीः भुजं सम्वर्धनं भद्रं सङ्कर्षणमहीश्वरम् अष्टमस्तु तयोरासीत् स्वयमेव हरिः किल सुभद्रा च महाभाग तव राजन् पितामही यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य क्षयो वृद्धिश्च पाप्मनः तदा तु भगवान् ईशः आत्मानं सृजते हरिः न ह्यस्य जन्मनो हेतुः कर्मणो वा महीपते आत्ममायां विनेशस्य परस्य द्रष्टुरात्मनः यन्माया चेष्टितं पुंसः स्थित्युत्पत्त्यप्ययाय हि अनुग्रहस्तन्निवृत्तेः आत्मलाभाय चेष्यते अक्षौहिणीनां पतिभिः असुरैर्नृपलाञ्छनैः भुवाक्रम्यमाणाय अभाराय कृतोद्यमः कर्माण्यपरिमेयाणि मनसापि सुरेश्वरैः सह संकर्षणश्चक्रे भगवान् मधुसूदनः कलौ जनिष्यमाणानां दुःखशोकतमोनुदम् अनुग्रहाय भक्तानां सुपुण्यं व्यतनोति यशः यस्मिन् सत्कर्णपीयूषे यशस्तीर्थवरे सकृतो श्रोत्राञ्जलिरुपस्पृश्य धुमते कर्मवासनां भोजवृष्ट्यन्धकमधु शूरसेन दशार्हकैः श्लाघनीये हितः शश्वतु कुरु सृञ्जय पाण्डुभिः स्निग्धस्मितेक्षितोदारैः वाक्यैर्विक्रमलीलया नुलोकं रमयामास मूर्त्या सर्वाङ्गरम्यया यस्यावनं यस्याननं मकरकुण्डलचारुकर्ण व्राजत्कपोलसुभगं सविलासहासं नित्योत्सवं न तत्त्रुपुर्दृशिभिः पिबन्त्यः नार्यो नराश्च मुदिताः कुपिता निमेश्च जातो गतः पितृगृहाद् व्रजमेधितार्थः हत्वा रिपून् सुतशतानि कृतोरुदारः उत्साद्य उत्पाद्यतेषु पुरुषः क्रतुभिः समीजे आत्मानमात्मनिगमं प्रथयन् जनेषु पृथ्व्या स वै गुरुवरं क्षपयन् कुरूणाम् अन्तः समुत्थकलिना युधि भूपचं वः दृष्ट्या विधूय विजये जयमुद्विघोष्य प्रोच्योद्धवाय च परं समगात् स्वधाम इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे वैयासिक्याम् अष्टादशसहस्रिकायां पारमहंस्यां संहितायां नवमस्कन्धे श्रीसूर्यसोमवंशानुकीर्तने यदुवंशानुकीर्तनं नाम चतुर्विंशोऽध्यायः इति नवमस्कन्धः समाप्तः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Our efforts of chanting brought us to the conclusion even of the 9th skandha. So 7, 8, 9 we have done. 11, 12 also we did. Now tomorrow onwards, till all our satsangas of Bhagavad are over, we will continue chanting Bhagavatam. Therefore, in sequence, tomorrow would be the most divine Dashamaskandha Parayanam, which is said to be just by Parayanam only. It has capacity, power, divinity to give us moksha. So why not we do the aswadana of that also? Then, while doing all these parayanams and classes, see to it that what we are seated here to gain, we are focusing on that. Our mind should be on Bhagavan, our buddhi should be in trying to understand the entire Vishwa or Upadhis or Jiva, Paramatma and Bandha and Moksha, and our heart should always seek Bhagavat Darshanam, Bhagavat Anubhuti. And more keen if we are through every story, how that Bhakta got Bhagavan, what sadhanas he has done, trying to understand and imbibe them. When we try that, our satsangas become continuously useful and beautiful. And while doing so, we are already again victims of our own prarabdha, because of which either in the moods or even inconveniences, ups and downs will happen. We need not bother about that. Sometimes we may not even enjoy the class. It may go even for 1 month. Other time, every day it is so beautiful. It's all okay, goes on. But our consistency to listen and register in our hearts the knowledge about Bhagavan, sadhana to reach Bhagavan, we should keep up. Hmm. So tomorrow we'll be starting to chant the Dashama Skandham. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवतशरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीसूतशरणं मम श्रीशुकदेवशरणं मम श्रीव्यासशरणं मम श्रीनारदशरणं मम श्रीकुमारशरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मशरणं मम श्रीविष्णुशरणं मम श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ते अमृतः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामा मुञ्चद कर्हिचिद ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः ॐ श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरेत्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः Chant from 41 श्रीभगवानुवाच गच्छोद्धवमयादिष्टः वदर्याख्यं ममाश्रमं तत्र मत्पादतीर्थोदे स्नानोपस्पर्शनैः शुचिः ईक्षयालकनन्दायाः विधूताशेषकल्मषः स्वसानो वल्कलान्यङ्ग वन्यभुक् सुखनिःस्पृहः तितिक्षुर्द्वन्द्वमात्राणां सुशीलः संयतेन्द्रियः शान्तः समाहितधिया ज्ञानविज्ञानसंयुतः मत्तोऽनुशिक्षितं यत्ते विविक्तमनुभावयन् मय्यावेशितवाक्चित्तः मद्धर्मनिरतो भव अतिव्रजगतिस्तिस्रः मामेष्यसि ततः परम् श्रीशुक उवाच स एव मुक्तो हरिमेधसोद्धवः प्रदक्षिणं तं परिसृत्य पादयोः शिरोनिधायाश्रुकलाभिरार्द्रधीः नशिञ्चदद्वन्द्वपरोऽप्यपक्रमे सुदुस्त्यजस्नेहवियोगकातरः न शक्नुवन् तं परिहातुमातुरः कृच्छ्रम्ययौ मूर्धनि भर्तृपादुके बिभ्रन्नमस्कृत्य ययौ पुनः पुनः ततस्तमन्तर्हृदि सन्निवेश्य गतो महाभागवतो विशालां यथोपदिष्टां जगदेकबन्धुना तपः समास्थाय हरेरगात् गतिं य एतदानन्दसमुद्रसंभृतं ज्ञानामृतं भागवताय भाषितं कृष्णेन योगेश्वरसेविताङ्घ्रिणा सश्रद्धया सेव्य जगद्विमुच्यते भवभयमपहन्तं ज्ञानविज्ञानसारं निगमकृतुपजह्रे भृङ्गवद्वेदसारम् अमृतमुदधितश्चापाययन् भृत्यवर्गान् पुरुषं वृषभमाद्यं कृष्णसंज्ञं नतोऽस्मि इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् 11 स्कन्धे 39 ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः शान्तिः. May the Jiva in us be blessed by entire Rishi Parampara, Muni, Guru, Devata Parampara, whom we are saluting. Also the Shruti Mata, Parabrahma, also all the Bhagavatas, Bhaktas of the Bhagavato, as well as the Avataras. May we, by the Ishvara Kripa, Narayana Kripa, do so much of our upasanas that we become qualified more and more for the Lord's Kripa, by which our main personality layer, called as Antakarana, becomes so Shuddha, free from Tamasic and Rajasic, and so Ekagra and also Atyanta Sukshma, that Nitya Nirantaram, the Sukshma Buddhi is working in differentiating, separating the Anatma from the Atma and making us get identified with Atmastu and Atmanubhuti. May we deserve it very soon, immediately. May for deserving that, whatever sadhanas have to happen through us, may the Lord guide us at every step, empower us to take up those sadhanas with commitment, and may He see that they are done, and may the obstacles en route be removed by that Paramatma Himself. Like He did it for Arjuna by being with him, He did it for Uddhavaji by being with him, and in every of His avatara, in Ramatavara Avatara Rama to Lakshmana to Hanumanji, how He blessed. May the Lord be always with us in guiding us till we reach the highest and ultimate. May none of the confusions remain in our heart. May never we misunderstand the world to be something other than the Paramatma, the Satyam Jnanam Anantam. May finally we do only those things which the Lord wants to happen through us. May in that way our life should be every moment full of that joy of having devotion to God, the joy of knowing the truth, joy of becoming the instrument in the hands of the Lord in the work whatever He wants to achieve through these upadhis. Now we are on the last padhav of this pahad of this Ekadasha Skandha, Mukti Skandha Adhyanam. Which before we started studying, through variety of upasanas done from many lives, if you had had that Shuddha Ekagra Bhumika and almost Niruddha Chitta of the Vasanas or the Samskaras Vrittis, we would have really grasped, retained, remembered, practiced the Paramatma through every topic, every chapter. That is so beautiful in this entire Ekadasha Mukti Skandha. Never mind what we deserve, that alone will come to us. That should always tell us, remind us that therefore so much is for us to be done to become more qualified for directly understanding and experiencing Paramatma Tattva when we are studying Shastras, when we are doing any of our Adhyatmika sadhanas like Dhyanam, contemplation, etc. And will come those days when we are continuous, relentless. So by now, as we were saying exactly same thing yesterday, we must be settled in our goal to be reached. We must be settled in our path to be walked. Let us be on that. Other than that, let the time take its own way to give us what we deserve, but we are not going to be perturbed or disturbed. Let the mana come to the Shanta Sthiti, because Buddhi is very clear about goal and means, and in that path only we are moving. Nothing to worry. And then in that also, all the time the required thing is Bhagavad Guru Kripa. If that is invoked, who knows, the sadhana may happen little quicker and faster. And this is how every sadhaka, bahunam janmanamante, as it is said, jnanavan mam prabadyate, in each of the life, little little he will gather, little little he will mature, and slowly it takes time. Now we understood why it is said that so many lives are required. We are the best example for ourselves with all our efforts from last few years, how much we are giving our time, but still so much to do, so much to know. So time is always required. Let us give what else to do. Now here Bhagavan is in this last chapter of 29th chapter of his teachings, 11th Skandha. In his teachings, the last teachings, on the request of Uddhavaji, was giving the final instructions. He is giving final instructions, final commandments, final orders, guidances, directions, suggestions, advices, teachings, whatever you call. And these 3.5, 4.5, 5.5 slokas can itself become a full theme, thesis for a spiritual sadhaka, what to do to reach the ultimate. So we have tried our best yesterday, day before, to explain few of the instructions given by the Lord. Some of them we repeated also. So gacha uddhava, maya adishta, padaryakiram, mama ashramam. So all that said, take the Lord's order, go to that Bhagavan's ashrama only, so that we are reminded always about the goal, and we are also under the Nigrani protecting Drishtya Bhagavan. That way, we don't miss the Bhagavan, we are continuously doing sadhana. That is the meaning of Badaryakya Mama Ashramam Mama Adishtaha He Uddhava Gacha. Ordered by me, go to Badari. Then Tatra Gatva Matpada Sthito De. Then Snanopasparshanaihi Shuchi Bhava. So there, let the body Shuchi be attained, Manas Shuchi also be attained by the Snana and Upasparshana in that Alakananda Mata. So the bath taken purifies the body. In that Upasparshana, when we do the Arghya Pradhanam to all the Devasas, Pitu Devatas, in that Nadimata, and then the Gayatri Adi Mantrocharanam, sufficiently we do, along with other Mantropadeshas given by the Guru, then Antaranga Shuchi also happens. That's called as Shuchi Bhutva. Again, this is what Sharira Shuchi, this is what the Prana Shuchi, this is what Manas Shuchi, this is what up to Buddhi Shuchi happened, even Ekagrata by Gayatri Adi Ucharana. Again he repeated, Ikshaya Alakanandayaha Viduta Ashesha Kalmasha. Here we have spent sufficient time to say that by looking at Mother Alakananda and by being blessed by her and learning from her continuous flow to emerge in the ocean, all the kalmasha we have to wash off in our heart. At this level, kalmasha, at the gross level are the tamas and rajoguna, and the kalmasha means anything taking as real other than Bhagavan. Therefore, pursuing anything other than Bhagavan, it is called as kalmasha. Clear? Anything other than Bhagavan is taken as real. Therefore, anything other than Bhagavan, we are pursuing. That type of thing is kalmasha. अशेष कलमश विदूत मीन्स ऐसा एक भी वृत्ति नहीं होना है मन में जिसमें भगवान के अलावा और कुछ हम सोच रहे. So to single-mindedly, our goal is to merge in the Lord, in the Brahma Anubhuti, Atma Anubhuti. Other than that, nothing is sought. This can be made as Viduta Ashesha Kalmashaha. So, Ikshaya Alakanandayaha Viduta Ashesha Kalmashaha. These are the things you have to note down. Really go to those places, stay a few years, really achieve it. Okay? Now, Vasanaha Valkalani. So, about Valkalavasa, is to live in that bare minimum. Then Vanya Bhuku, we are told only to obtain or eat whatever available there. Don't run for that which is not available. Else, not only the time is wasted for that, mind's attention also goes for it. Therefore, you are in the vana doing your tapasya. So, when you are hungry, go somewhere, something is available, eat. Like there are some very highly scientific minded people doing the scientific researches or any research. Whenever they feel hungry, go to kitchen, look at जो भी डिब्बा में है खाते हैं again they continue their research. They are not interested. अरे यार क्या क्या है अब देखो बढ़िया मज़ेदार लज अब क्या है बढ़िया सा खाना बनाएंगे खाएंगे एंजॉय करेंगे. These all look good, but only a samsari, the one whose nishtha to obtain Bhagavan is not strong, only that person thinks like this and doesn't know that he is wasting time in that. You and I belong to that category. In a day's 24 hours, many of our hours of time and mind's attention goes in trying to do what is necessary for us in a lavish manner. Main thing is the eating of the food, making up as well as sleeping. ऐसा है कि नींद आते ही एकदम वो चटाई डाल के सोना 1 मिनट में फिर 6-7 घंटे बाद उठ जाना. दैट्स इट. 6-5 घंटे भूख लगी वट अवेलेबल ईट इट फिल द स्टमक रुकना चाहिए. इमीडिएटली गो टू साधना बिकॉज टू ब्रिंग द चित्त टू एकाग्र भूमि इज वेरी टफ. Every effort of ours to bring the chitta to ekagra bhumi are cancelled by these things that we are not realizing. That is a moha. That is why those who have understood it in their maturity of many attempts and failures, they have not got up from their sadhana sthala unless it was too urgent for bhojana adi. Little bhojana, that's it. That is the meaning of vanya bhukha. So the word is vanya bhuk means vanya means वन में अवेलेबल होने वाले कंदमूल आदि को ही तुम अपने जीविका के निर्वहन के लिए उपयोग करना. See, it's a state of maturity, whether it's clothing, whether it's food, whether it's staying, whether other resources or conveniences, bare minimum required for sustaining us, only that much I procure. If that state of mind comes, no, we are slowly becoming really the yogis and sadhakas. Is it not? Best example is Tapon Maharaj. लकड़ का है वो पलंग और सो जाते हैं नीचे सोने से till too cold the body will be disturbed. Sadhana cannot be done for that. One small asana is there, sitting at that he doesn't waste time for anything. ध्यान करने का हो गया मूड डाल दी 10 सेकंड भी नहीं लगता. फर्ज आधा घंटा आसन सेट करने को. And food, when it comes from any of the Kali Kamliwala, it's just standing orders to the Shishya before bringing, usko dubao in Ganga ji, all the taste is offered to mother, lay out, 2 minutes, eat it, ho gaya, no thought about food, again next day or next meal. And these are all the yogacharyas. These are all the sadhana mein avashyak cheezein. And at our little immature stage, we think while doing all these also, we can manage ourselves to do sadhana. We don't know that how many the vrittis of these involvement are troubling or disturbing our chitta. Every time again when you sit for japam, immediately the mind is coming on to japam or Bhagwan's darshanam or mantra vicharana. नहीं हो रहा है का अर्थ क्या है कि so much of time attention is going for something else. Why is it going? Because we were giving importance to them in our utthana kala. Utthana means when we are not doing sadhana. Finish. I expect for all of us, at least me, come to this stage of vanya bhuk sthiti. Like that in these sadhanas, every one of them are important. Whichever we are lacking or lagging behind, let us make that sadhana complete. Very important. Vanya Bhuk is very essential. Hope you understood. All Valkalani Vasanaha Vanya Bhuko all shows minimum bare minimum time is given for those things which are necessary for our survival. More than that, for the sake of any other reasoning, let us not waste our time, etc. And such some Mahatmas, though even small little things like teas or coffee, anything which consumes so much of time, they slowly give up even that also. I have to do my sadhana. And earlier they were interested in enjoyment on TV. They only come now to the national, international news. Later on they understand ये तो हमेशा ऐसे ही होता है. This is nothing but medhaya pehitaha, the lokya prajna. What is the need of that? Even from that also they withdraw. And then simultaneously, what helps us is keep big targets of parayanam, study, or listening, or best is doing japa. So much that to achieve that, we become very active, dynamic also. We withdraw from all these unwanted things also. And our life really becomes vasana valkalani vanyabhuk. In minimum things we are. 5 minutes नहा दिया, come and sit for dhyana. I have seen in my father's life throughout. 4 o'clock he gets up. 4, 6, 4, 7. Bath is over and he's on his puja or parayanam or whatever. It's a great achievement. How many lives they must have all understood ki where our time, energy, attention wasted, and they have started conquering one by one. 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Finish. Even bhojana paddhati. फरोस लिया खा गया. आई नो सम पीपल लगाते फटाफट खा ले, हो गया 3, 4, 6 मिनट, मैक्सिमम 8, not घंटों. And all that is in a balanced manner, optimum. That's called Vanya Bhuko. Then added to that was, yesterday we showed you how each of the sadhanas are sequential, step by step, taking us ultimately to reach Bhagavan. Today I am not repeating that. We are only completing Bhagavan Krishna's teachings by seeing every of the sadhana he is indicating again. Sukha Nispruhaha, again another state of maturity, where we are comfortable in whatever the outer weather situation, body situation, other things are there. We are not defining Sukha. Sukha चाहिए नहीं हमको. Sukha is मन का स्थिति. Buddhi, when it is busy in its work, why worry about the sukha of the deha or indriyas or the mana? I want to be comfortable, I want to be sukhi. This thought is dangerous for spiritual sadhana. Very dangerous. Because it has no end. It goes on pulling us to so many things. That's why Puja Gurudev's quotation, comfort comes as a guest, lingers to remain as a host, finally to enslave us. Comfort comes as a guest, but lingers to remain as a host, later on to enslave us. We become slave. Sukha nispruha. That mind should be curbed. It should not be given a chance at all to imagine or project that in this situation, in that condition, it will be sukha. Let us try for it. That effort itself is not only wastage of time. The mind starts, what do you say, wanting or desiring or projecting or expecting, imagining such things repeatedly again and again. Sukha nispruha. This is see, each of the words said by Lord Krishna in these shlokas are not the dictionary meaning words, not even the meaning which you and I know at our lower level. They are of the very highest level. Only by Krishna Krupa, the deep meaning of these words we will be able to catch, not otherwise. See here, the Sukha Nispruhata means what? Not wanting that 10 minutes, 1 hour extra sleep. Not wanting even to, I am very tired, exhausted, let me relax. So, these are all Sukha in which how much time is going on. Like, this class is done. Okay, 2.5 hours. हाँ 2 घंटे थक गए, चलो एक घंटा हम रेस्ट लेते हैं. That is called Sukha Spruha. book studied for half an hour, tired now, we need 15 minutes relax. That is called sukha spruha. वो नहीं होना चाहिए. That sukhatha is for whom dehendriya pana. Sukha spruha therefore only strengthens our identity with these three things. Therefore, again the same thing while telling yesterday, I gave example of our Gurudev only. He never was the mongerer of the sukha comfort. He never wasted that time. Only then, in that small period of time, how many things he could achieve. See, if he has achieved so many things, he had worked all the 42.5 years. And that they led to such an achievement means what? What is the unit for his time every day? Every day he was working minimum 16 to 18 hours. Working 18 hours. Only 5-6 hours in which नींद भी है, भोजन आदि भी है, नहाना भी है. All other time working only. Giving pravachanam, writing books, writing articles, having meetings, guiding the people. All these are seen by a sthula rupa. In the sukshma rupa, how many devotees, sadhakas, he must be guiding in subtle form. All that we don't know. That's called sukha. He conquered the concept that I have to be comfortable. Which I want to be comfortable. Dehendriya mana. Do you want to be identified with them? Then do they put an end to that? वो और भी मांगते रहेंगे और आदत हो जाएगा फिर वो डिमांड करने लगेंगे जिस आई सेड कंफर्ट कम्स एज गेस्ट बट लिंगर्स टू रिमेन एज होस्ट ओनली वो तो फिर जबरदस्ती हो जाता है these are very careful things if you are not careful we are lost in it all those let us say while eating food watching the TV programs or even after the class seeing that चलो आज क्या हुआ दुनिया में देखते हैं and what is the news from these small little things onwards many other things are for which we just keep on wasting our time these are all sukhas prahas they should not be there for you and me for Uddhav ji sukha nispraha मतलब क्या है don't yield to your mind body senses when they demand some relaxation or rest or anything the sukha nispraha is followed by Puja Gurudev. He always said and followed, if I rest, I rest. And the people or his devotees who can't follow him, then they modify it. They change it, don't work without rest, don't rest without work. It looks to be more practical. But the goal is what Gurudev said. If I rest, I rest. The other thing is what? Don't work without rest. Because if you don't take rest, work cannot be properly done. So to don't rest without work. Because it becomes a habit of taking rest, work you will never accomplish. This is a appealing thing to us, not the ultimate. Ultimate is, if I rest, I rest. That ideal if we make for ourselves. Will we even have a minute of extra sleep? No. वही तो सो भी जाते 8-10 घंटे फिर उठते नहीं बिस्तर से वहीं 15 मिनट लेटे बैठे रहते हैं हाउ मच वी आर तामसिक राजसिक sick that is why we are spiritually sickness I like this word very much sukha nispraha very powerful very important any type of sukha should not be sought एनीथिंग अरे वाह बढ़िया सा ठंडा मौसम है चलो बाहर जाके हवा खा के आते हैं दैट ऑल्सो इज सुख स्पृहा ओनली सुंदर बढ़िया सा म्यूजिक सुनाई दे रहा है चलो एंजॉय करके आते हैं अरे यू आर ऑल गिविंग जॉय टू वी आर गिविंग थ्रू ऑल ऑफ देम ओनली टू द भोगा टू द देहेंद्रिय mana these all shows that we are not committed to our own highest goal if we are committed do we waste even a moment's time or attention. That is what Bhagavan is commanding Uddhavaji and through him to us as his final orders. This is our whole life. If you really want to do sadhana in minimum kala and reach out the goal, how we have to manage this is the way. Every one of them will conserve our time, will conserve our energy, will stop us from unnecessarily distractions. These things if we follow as said by Bhagavan. Sukha nispruha. Wow, wow. Very good. Sukha nispruha. Actually, Sukha nispruha at the tongue level is not allowing the tongue to wag, to talk something nonsense to somebody, or even to taste the things. अदरवाइज सी पहले टेस्टी फूड बना के खाने को कितना हम दिल दिमाग सब लगाकर मेहनत करते हैं हर दिन एंड वी जस्टिफाई इट लाइक दैट नॉट दैट फर्स्ट टाइम वी आर डूइंग इट जब से पैदा हुए is it not? And to our unfortunate misfortune, wife is a good cook and she loves to feed you and the other in-laws, outlaws, everyone come कि जीजाजी ये जी ओ जी पाले जी अच्छा जी खिलाते गए और थोड़ा ले लो और बजाए और आधा ले लो और दो ले लो दिस आर ऑल सुख स्पृहा सुख निस्पृहा मीन्स नो व्हाट आई वांट आई हैव टेकन इनफ व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड इट इज डन आई कांट बी डिस्ट्रैक्टेड I am expanding it only not to miss any thought. Even a 5 minutes of talk to someone, exchanging the pleasantries, and also just emotionally hooking up to or tuning to, it also is Sukha Spruha. You understand? And don't we do that? बहुत दिनों के बात करेंगे या उनके घर जाके आते हैं आइए आइए वो भी बुलाते हैं ये हैज नो गोल टू रीच ही हिमसेल्फ इज गोल सो फॉर ऑन द नेम ऑफ फ्रेंड्स और द रिलेटिव्स सैर करने के लिए बाहर जाना और आराम कुर्सी में बैठना या बढ़िया सा वातावरण है उसका मौजा लेना फिर खाने में और थोड़ा ऐड करना इज इट एंड ऑल ऑफ देम आर सुख स्पृहास they all waste time as well as add to our habits and vasanas one day we have to give them up all to reach the truth in that case why should we add them. See, that much committed, sincere, when a sadhaka becomes, then only he can become truly, deeply introverted, subtly introverted. He alone can pierce through all the rajas tamas gunas through Shuddha Sattva guna. He can pierce through all the non-miss half understandings and get to the correct understandings of the self. Like today, how much we are struggling last 2 days in trying to understand Brahmavida apnoti param and Satyam Jnanam Anantam. If our antakaranas are very pure without any sukha spruha, straight away by the time we are studying the Bhashya of Shankara here and Maha Bhashya of the Vyasa Bhagavan there in Yoga Darshanam, quickly we should be able to absorb the thought. Therefore, vikaraha anrutam. Therefore, avikaraha rutam. Therefore, avikaraha satyam. Therefore, satyam brahma. Therefore, brahma avikari. Therefore, yad avikari tad brahma. Therefore, everything which is vikari, it is not Brahman. Then go on rejecting all that is vikaravan to be anrutam and asatyam, therefore abrahma, till you reach to that point where there is no vikara, therefore which is satyam, and that is Brahman, and that is found as your own Pratyagatma. See that clarity of thought. We have heard while listening, it appeared that it is little understood. But कहाँ गया? फिर से याद जब तक नहीं करते उसका याद ही नहीं होता. Why नहीं होता? Because we are involved in so many other things. अरे भाई याद ही नहीं है तो करेगा कब? परमात्मा का ज्ञान ही याद है, वो लक्ष्य है, ऐसी बात ही याद नहीं है. सॉरी. Then when will we do it? Now we understand how the delusions cheat us, the mind's fancies cheat us. This is how we have to learn. याद ही नहीं होने दिया, समझ भी आने नहीं दिया. Because even while listening the class, even it was early morning, our distractions were about so many things. And this is what is our personality now, which we have to change. And change के लिए क्या करना है? This is what are the lessons. Everything. ईक्षया अलकनंदाया विशुद्धाशय कल्मषः. Then उसके बाद जो कहते हैं वसानः वल्कलानि. Then वन्य भुक्को सुख निस्पृहः. This is how we have to make our life. Aim it. अब देखो शास्त्रों में बातें लिखे हैं, अब इसको हम पढ़े भी नहीं तो पता कैसा होगा. नहीं पता होगा तो how do we do sadhana? Then it's all will be like the Punjabi type of sadhana. Class के time I am Brahman, you are Brahman. After that 10 पराठे ये 3 लोटा मट्ठा सब खूब मजा लेना. ये Brahman also where is Vanya book there? Where is Sukha Nispruhata there? We are cheating ourselves only. Everywhere it is so. है ना? क्लास अच्छा हुआ, चल अब जाकर दवा कर खा लेते हैं. What a contradiction is happening at such a periphery level of our understanding and sadhana. We are there. This is the proof. Bhagavan doesn't want Uddhavji to waste that time. Very strong instructions. And unless these things are understood, digested, and seriously followed, we cannot cross the bhoga vrittis, the bhoga sankalpas. We cannot cross that big, what do you say, the danger gates of Sharira, Indriya, and Mana. And unless we go beyond them, the freedom for the intellect to contemplate on the truth, it will not have. Whenever the intellect want to go for that, mind calls, hey intellect इधर आ, ये देखो वो भोग के लिए चलते हैं. इंद्रियास कॉल, है intellect इधर आ, वो essence object के लिए जाते हैं. The body says intellect सोचो मत, अब सो जाने का टाइम हो रहा है. See, that's what the morning class in Yoga Shastra. Basically, the chitta is sattva guni, prakya rupam it is. But because of rajas and tamas, aishwarya, vishaya, priyam bhavati, adharma, aviragya, anaishwarya, ajnana, upagam bhavati. We have seen, no? Same thing in different language. So we have seen Sukha Nispruhaha means let us not give even little chance for any thought of comfort, any thought of Sukha. Relentlessly our mind is focused only on the self or the sadhana. That is called the effort to command this Maya's expression called as the Mana. माया को कांकर करने के लिए परमात्मा को शरणागति करना अर्थ ये नहीं है कि परमात्मा आकर कुछ करेंगे हम सो जाएंगे. नो, परमात्मा का शरणागति इज डूइंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रपत्ति एंड शरणागति. Then definitely that Maya, mind, it is crossed. Always we should be in that Vijnanamaya Kosha only, in which either we are contemplating on the truth or preparing ourselves through the study of Shastra to gain the Siddhanta Jnana for contemplating on the truth later on. इसी में हमको बिजी रहना है. ठीक है. सुख निस्पृहा. Then think about it further. I stop it there. Then titikshuho dvandvamatrāṇāṁ. These vanyamuku, sukha nispruha, valakala nivasanaha, alakananda iksha, sana upasparshana, tatra matpada, gatva. These are all done by ourselves, from our side. But we have the world around it. It gives us the variety of pairs of opposite of experiences continuously. So those dvandva matra, when they come to us, titikshuhu. What is titiksha here? We should take the explanation, definition of titiksha given by Sri Bhagavan Adi Shankara. In this context, it becomes a complete understanding. What he defines titiksha is sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilaparahitam sa titiksha nigadyate. One by one word, we'll just tell in 2 minutes. First, sahanam. Of what? Dukkhanam. How many? Sarva. Many have do that. But the next steps are important. Then only the dukkha will not create an impression for later on disturbance. What are those things one by one? First, apratikara purvakam. Either in the present or for the future. For this dukkha, I will take pratikara that we not do. When the people give the dukkha, if we cannot do anything now, we postpone that. जब मौका मिलेगा, मैं उसका प्रतिकार लेता हूँ. The other dukkhas, like the temperature is more or it is cold, this is called as dukkha. इसके लिए प्रतीकार क्या है? In the present only we get out of the meditational seat, put on the fan if it is hot, or you take up some sweater shawl if it is cold. That अप्रतीकार मीन्स ऐसा रिस्पॉन्स या प्रतीकार वांछा के बिना दुख का सहन करना. Then what चिंता रहितम? What is the चिंता रहितम? कि why it has come to me? Why not it do all that? Then vilapa rahitam. What is vilapa? Ki I had an ability. Why didn't I react or respond or fight? This is called as chinta and vilapa. Uske vina. In that way, when we go through the dukkhas that come, that is called as titiksha. Sarva dukkhanam sahanam apratikara purvakam chinta rahitam vilapa rahitam. That is called titiksha. Titikshuhu dvandva matrana. See, in that case only, again, the Dvandvas, again, they touch every personality, every layer of our personality, that we are not valuing it. द्वंद्व को वैल्यू दिया, फिर से उतर जाते हैं. Always in the highest contemplative mood on the truth, we have to be. These Dvandvas try to pull us down. Pairs of opposite come. Then, depending on our likes or dislikes, some give dukkha, some give sukha. Same thing gives dukkha in other, like the cold air gives dukkha in winter, but in summer. So too the hot temperature gives dukkha in summer, but in winter. Same thing, एक समय दुख देता है, एक सुख देता है. All those sarva dukkhanam sahanam, or here dvandva matranam titikshuhu. And in that only one idea is what? As long as we are in the deha, as long as we are at the mana buddhi level, even indriya level, not yet transcended them with paravairagya, so long we are not spared by the world, it will go on sending dvandva to us. If you go on fighting with them, then you will be stuck up there. Like एयरपोर्ट जा रहे हो, फ्लाइट पकड़नी है, बीच में कुछ कार का किसी टक्कर हुआ, then you got down and started fighting with that fellow. No titiksha. Then by the time you finish and go to airport, the flight is taken off. Is it not? In the same way, to all these dvandvas, you cannot give time and fight with them. तितिक्षा करो, आगे बढ़ो बस. ऐसा व्यक्ति तुम्हारा बनना है. And it is not once or twice, it is all the time. What is said by Lord Krishna here are the characteristics which have to become one with you. Your nature should become like these things. One day, today, nahi, एक दिन दो दिन everybody तितिक्षु बनता है. Everybody can become once or twice vanya bhakku. है ना? So too Sukha Nispruha. Suddenly any Mahatma comes at home, or one becomes Sukha Nispruha those 2 days, 3 days. It's all the time. We are all the time seeking truth, na? Yeah, then all the time we have to be like this. So work out more on this point. Dvandva matranam titikshuho. Ho gaya. Next, Sushilaha. Yesterday we spoke both the things. Sushilata is good conduct and character. Now I tell you, what is that? Main Shila is our own mana. What emotions, what thoughts, what attitudes, what intentions, what desires, what passions we are keeping in our mind, that shows what Shila is ours. So that we have to go on keeping some ideals, we have to go on changing them, refining them, modifying them, divinizing them. The thoughts of the mind, all of them. Attitude ko, intention ko ho, emotion ka ho, अच्छे वाले होना. Main is that Sushilata. Then also our activities at the body level outside. And one of the Sushilata is at the speech level. Let our words carry nectarine sweetness of concern for others. If we are sadhaka, please remember, we have none of the business to assess the people, then respond. वो पुलिस वालों का काम है. ये पुलिस चोर को देखता है तो गाली देगा, डंडा मारेगा. We are not police. We are sadhaka. We are inner police. There even a criminal comes like those Saptarishis. How respectfully they talk to the Valmiki ji and they give Upadesham to him. Our life also, whoever he may be, because we are sadhakas, with our mouth we have to talk respectfully only. That is Vachika Sushilata, which we miss a lot for various reasons. And that affects our mind. So Manasika Sushilata we said, Vachika Sushilata we said, and the activity wise Sushilata also, that proper way of dealing the things with all that. Na? Sushilata is such a big subject. I can talk to you on this only 11 days. You know, how you wear the chappal, that also Sushila. How you walk when you wear the chappal or shoe, chatak, patak, tatak, matak, that also is Dushila. And how you leave your footwear, that itself Sushila. You understand that? How you open your own house door and close it, that is Sushilata. Even how you put on the switch, that is how you put your towel on this, whatever the rope, इसमें भी सुशीलता होता है. When you sit in the car, that is Sushilata. How you come out of the car, how you park it, how you cover it, how you water your plants, how you put your vessels after eating the food in the sink. Sushilata is not one in one thing or at one time. Even your looks determine Sushila Dushila. Movement of the hands, legs when you are seated individually or in a group, that also Sushilata. They all count. Means what? So many places we have to achieve perfection. In so many places we so negligently, carelessly we live. That's a Dushila. Crossing the road is Sushilata. You know, when you go to a shop, you know, shouting at the customer, the shopkeeper, Dushila. You know, लाइन को क्रॉस करके आगे जाते हैं, वो दुश्शीलता है. Even you drag your suitcase, that is dushilata. Depends which place you are and all that. Is it no sushila? It's very, we have to very sensibly sensitive there, not cynical, but it is required. If it is explained, it is endless like that. All of that have no consequence as their result, but our alertness is called yoga there. Being alert is yoga. What is needed is alertness, not the outer activity. Activity is to develop and express alertness, discipline. Sushilata. Everywhere it is Sushila. Even when you take bath, how much sound you make, that also Sushila and Dushila. These things the foreigners value more. Even they have to sneeze or they have to cough. They're so careful. They call them all these etiquettes and all. They're all manners, some words they use it. They feel ashamed. That's too much. काची क्या है ना, चीख पूछ कर थोड़ी आती है. That also they do extreme. अच्छी, I'm sorry. As you have committed a murder. अबे वो तो आता है ना. But they're too sensitive to say, I'm sorry. We to say, Hachi, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. We remember the God. In the cheek, they feel sorry and we remember Lord. That's the beauty. This is called as the Sushilata. Then what we said yesterday, we will not repeat it. What is that? Our time starting at 4 in the morning up to 9:30 in the evening should be so beautifully planned with giving importance to all sadhanas and done so joyfully, effortlessly. That 9:30 okay, and look back, the day is so lived beautifully. You just recline with all inspiration and readiness to take up again all these sadhanas next morning. Dekho? That is Shilata, that is day schedule, conduct. Sushilata. Yesterday we talked about that, that's why today I didn't focus on that. Sushila. After all, we are aiming at reaching Paramatma. We have to be more committed and disciplined than anyone else. Because the goal sought here is the highest. Higher the goal, greater has to be discipline, commitment and all. Is it not? Sushilaha. Then next one comes and remaining you think मैं तो आपको 1% 2% ही हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं यहाँ. Remaining 80-90% thinking, collecting another required data, clearly getting convinced about it, starting to practice, all is everybody's job. Not I can't do. Nobody can do for you. Next, samyata indriyaha. Equally important is this sadhana. And this is from day one, this sadhana has to be practiced. If the indriyas are given more and more opportunity, they are the biggest of the shatrus. You know, whatever the prajna we have inside is looted by the indriyas only. When the mind goes behind the indriya, all the prajna of the mind, what is prajna of mind? It has conceived a great goal and is highly inspired for it. He made such a beautiful plan, that mind, and it gathered all the resources, was just about to work. Up to this is the great prajna of the mana. But suddenly the indriyas have called the mana. Mana ran towards them. Then all the prajna is wasted or not? Every day what inspiration we get in the class, if at all we get, is looted by our indriyas only. That's why those shlokas of Gita, indriyanam hi charatam, charatam indriyanam, yan manaha anuvidhiyate, that mana if it follows it, tat, that particular action of mind running behind the indriyas, harati asya prajnam, asya manasaha, harati prajnam vayu navamasi, like the winds carry the boat in the waters in its own way, finally only to drown that boat. When there is no navika, there is no boatsman, are they rudder or whoever is not there. In our life also, that is the thing we have to understand and know. My own mana should be mitra but is shatru. My own indriya should be mitra but is shatru. My own the deha should be mitra but I only made it a shatru by making it like a buffalo, very lazy, etc. So I have to change. The अंदर से बात आना चाहिए. That is what takes time. That is why it's lives together, struggle. So, tasmad yasya mahabaho nigruhitani sarvashaha indriyani indriyartebhyaha tasya prajna eva pratishtita. Like the kurma example is given, tortoise. The one nigruhitani indriyani indriyartebhyaha. When the sense is pulled from the objects, then only his prajna inside is intact. Prajna includes goal, inspiration, and then the starting to put the efforts. Ye sab intact rahega till we reach the goal. Only when the senses are not allowed to run behind the objects. Third chapter also, tasmatam indriyani ado niyamya. Only first to suppress senses, then only you sublimate them. Then you transcend this habitual regular enemy of the desire. Jnanino nitya vairina. The eternal enemy of the jnani is desire for anything. It stays at the intellectual level as conviction, at the mind level as emotion, at the sense and body level as perception and action. Straight away you can't control them at the mind and intellect level. We have to start at the indriya level. Therefore, tvam indriyani ado niyamya. First control the senses. Then through that control, when you are doing good work, and the control conserved your energy. Therefore, what control I have done is very good. It's not bad. I really achieved. I'm really happy. All these thoughts should make that suppression sublimated. Otherwise, suppression becomes a volcano one day. And without suppression, we can never start to conquer the senses. That's why suppression followed by sublimation. Sublimation ke bina it becomes volcano. And without suppression, you can't reach to sublimation level because you are indulging in them only. This is how indriya nigraha samyata indriyaha. And which indriyas are talked about? All the 10 of them. Pancha karmendriya, pancha jnanendriya, सबका में नियंत्रण पाना है. This is the next sadhana for you, Uddhava. Then next one is what? Shantaha. Shamasya bhavaha shantihi. Again about this shanti also, we have to learn a lot. Being always lazy, sleepy, nidra yukta, therefore not responding to anything is not shanti. That's the worst of the thing. Other extreme is what? Even for good things also, always restless. Good thing means going to temple, restless. Standing in line for darshan, restless. Doing puja, restless. For everything, अशांत. ये दूसरा एक्सट्रीम. इन दोनों के बीच में, what is that? All things are happening, but they are happening so effortlessly at the mind level, because mind is following the buddhi, which is very clearly understood how to do everything, and its mind is not projecting anything to distract. It's not reacting. Here shanta means non-reaction. Respond without reaction. Shanta. Again, it is a beautiful expression. Gurudev ke जीवन में how much our rajasic vigorous he has appeared outside. In his lecture, he is in walking and all, but in his heart, he is so much shant. The two things, the Rajaguna in its peak, Sattva in its peak, we can see in Gurudev. Rajaguna, he invoked deliberately to do work. Jada काम. बहुत लोग नहीं करते. वो लोग जितना हो सके उतना भगवान जो चाहते हैं वो करने दो. That's what many बाबा लोग ऐसे बैठे रहते. Gurudev was not like that. He was so vigorous, so fast, so much. He had ideas. Itna. It is said that he lived 20 years more than what he was to live. That much work he did, and for that much Rajaguna he has invoked. But Shantaha. See that beautiful togetherness that he proved. Gurudev has proved to us so many things which we just don't believe. He proved you can work 18 hours per day. He proved throughout the world you can travel and do the work of Sanatana Dharma. He proved these things. You can maintain absolute purity and peace inside. Sattva Guna Shanti. So too, while doing the work, we can be so active, dynamic. He proved in spite of all odds, one can keep smiling. He is a standing textbook for us. The guide for us. Bas, follow. Shanta. हो गया. Next, Samahita Dhiya. Next, the effect is on the buddhi. Shanta is mana, Samyata Indriya is Indriyas, Sushila is the body and conduct outside, Dandamatra and Tidiksha, outer pairs are opposite when they come, how we have to respond. Every one of them have their connection, continuity. Like Titikshur Dandamathranam is outer pairs of opposite. Sushila is our physical activities. Samyatendriya, senses controlled. Shantaha, man quiet. And Samahita Dhiyaha, buddhi is brought into single pointed sharpness. With that buddhi, next one, Jnana Vijnana Sanyuta. देखो एक एक चीज भगवान कैसे इतना बढ़िया बता रहे. And I don't know whether you are feeling heaviness, boredom or all. मेरे को नहीं पता. Nowadays not worried much about it. But I am so enjoying seeing that meaning hidden in every of these words. Let it take one day more, 2 days, how does it matter? But we are feeling the meaning of it, no? That makes Lord Krishna happy. Then we tell to him, hey, Bhagwan, these such gunas you mentioned, I want to have them. Please make things convenient for me so that I gain them and I reach to you. Samahita Dhi. What is Samahita Dhi? Again, Buddhi is active, sharp, alert. But Samahitaha is under your control. What is the meaning of under your control? That Buddhi's sharpness, subtlety, used not to satisfy what the mana indriya they are asking, but only for the goal. That is what Samahitati. Samahitati is that Buddhi which is every moment using the opportunities given for sadhana or seeking the opportunities amidst all adversities. That's Samahitati. What example I can give you? Hmm. Like somebody has taken up a vow. 7 days I am going Tirtha Yatra. In the 7 days, I want to do 1000 Hanuman Chalisa or these lakhs of Om Namah Shivaya mantra, Om Namo Narayana. Now, this person Samayitadhi is what? In the yatra, going along with others, attending all darshanas, always he is trying to find a time to do his targeted japa. An example for धी समाहित. बस पेट्रोल पंप में रुक गया 10 मिनट, मतलब खाने के लिए परोसने के 10 मिनट्स टाइम है, दे डू द चैंटिंग ऑफ जपा. हो गया 108 हो गए 200 हो गए, होने दो. समाहित धी इज ऑलवेज इन माई कंट्रोल. दैट कंट्रोल्ड धी आई एम यूजिंग इट for the goal which you have to achieve. Those who have these targets to achieve, their dhi is always looking for the avenues, opportunities to do that for achieving the goal. Samyak asamantad ahitah dhiyah. You have to be. In other words, is what? Sarvada sthapanam buddhehe shuddhe brahmani sarvatha tat samadhanam ityuktam natu chittasya lalanam. What is it as samadhana in the Samadhi Shatka Sampada? In the last one, that is this. One way is buddhi is not forgetting the goal. Second is buddhi is not getting corrupted by the mind's fancies or senses attractions. Third thing, buddhi is always alert sukshma. Fourth, it is reminding us the goal and we are trying to achieve the goal every moment. That state of mind, you have it. Samahita dhi. Given a chance, बेचारा बुद्धि को ये तीनों अटैक करते हैं, मना इंद्रिया शरीर. That's so. बुद्धि कर्मानुसारिणी, बुद्धि वासनानुसारिणी. ऊपर से वासना है, इधर से तीनों बेचारे बुद्धि का बुद्धि निकाल देते. Our buddhi has no buddhi because that is looted here by these three things and ऊपर से virus, the vasanas. अंदर से समाहितधि. समाहितधि has lot of things again to explain. You know, as we said, no, नींद आ जाती है, खाने को मन होता है, थकने का मन होता है. That time the buddhi has to say, yeah, it is true, but it won't last longer. Have patience. Even it is too much, chalo theek hai, so jao for half an hour, but come back to the goal. That is how between the buddhi and mana indriya sharira, continuously the cricket match goes on happening, fighting. Mana indriya sharira wants the buddhi to dance to their tunes, but buddhi wants to go toward the truth or reality. We should know whom to value. Buddhi, its goal orientation, or indriya mana buddhi, which loot away the buddhi. Indriya mana sharira. That's called samahita dhiya. These are all practical things. There's nothing theory in Vedanta and Shastra only for theory's sake. It has all practical things. Every one of them are aimed for making us do the sadhana effectively. Samahita dhiyaha. Then the last one is jnana vijnana sanyutaha. This is what again? Jnanam, theoretically you are pakka what the goal to reach. Vijnanam is you know the means for it and you are practically doing those means. Theoretically you know the goal and means is jnanam. Practically following the means till you reach the goal is vijnana sanyutaha. Again, this is also a highly matured state. What you want to achieve and exactly for that what to do, and we are doing that. It's an art in itself. Such people, they do everything successfully, perfectly. Those whose intellects are vague and therefore they don't know exactly what they want. Therefore, what to do also they are confused. Therefore, जो मन में आता है उसे में करते जाते. ज्ञान विज्ञान संयोग. It is even the silly things also you can use. What food to eat? We should have the vijnana, jnanam. Then exactly that food you should be able to make and eat like that. Vijnana sanyuta. कितना क्वांटिटी खाना चाहिए? ज्ञान. Like I am on long journey. So jnanam should be there. What food to carry or eat while going. Accordingly only that we eat. Erratically, if you do, then entire journey will be spoiled. From this onwards, silliest thing, example we gave to the highest of. The jnana is, I am here to discover Paramatma Swarupa. The Vijnanam is, for that, these are the contemplations I have to do. For that, I have to withdraw my attention from everything. Then exactly do it. That's called Vijnana. हो गया up to this. Then Bhagavan says, Matton Shikshitam, Viviktam, Mayamitam, Madharmanatah, 4 more sadhanas he will tell. Now today we can't do them, tomorrow we'll study. With that, Sri Krishna Upadesha will be done. Then what Uddhavaji, Shukadevaji gives commentary, that we'll do in a day. That's how. Bara bara, 20-22 ko, we'll try to see this chapter. Thank you. Sarvam Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. बोलो श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री भागवत महापुराण की जय, सद्गुरुदेव महाराज की जय. Thank you, friends. See our Adhyatma Ramayanam for some time. Thank you for your patient listening. You all are there, that is why kuch pad pa rahe apan. I give all credit to you. You need not repay that credit, no interest.